Good morning. My name is Stuart Crowe. I'm the non-executive chairman of Lake Resources, and it's my pleasure to present the company to you today. The story of Lake is simply about opportunity, value and scale. This company was formed privately in the later stages of 2015, and we were fortunate enough to be on the ground very early, within a month of the change of government in Argentina under the new regime of the Macri government, where we acquired significant land areas, 180,000 hectares. I'll just make sure I got this right. I am fully charged. I've had over 12 hours sleep in the last 24 hours, so I am going to make forward-looking statements. So if you could take that into consideration. I'd like to talk particularly today about our key project, which we have finally started. Let me just find it here, sorry. Here we are. Our largest and key project. We've spent a lot of time working on this project over the last 2 years. The Chari Project is based in Catamarca. Its scale is immense. To give you an idea, it's 54,000 hectares in size, which, to equate it to something you may relate to, that is 9 times the size of the landmass of Manhattan. The brine basin within that area, within the lease, is roughly 70% of that, so about 35,000 hectares, which currently spans 22 by 8 kilometres in size, and we've drilled it to 400 metres. Geophysics would indicate that it is at least 600 and in places 800 metres deep, and we're very, very excited to announce that we will be bringing out our initial resource estimate. Will be out this month, and we are also putting out an exploration target. Both of those will be JORC compliant numbers, and we believe this is going to actually shock the market a fair bit, because Lake, whilst we've been beavering away, we haven't made a lot of noise in the marketplace until this year. So we've been talking a lot with people, end users in China, Japan, Korea and India, because the interest in this project is immense, because we own that basin 100%. Unlike some of the other areas where you've got contested ownership and up to 6 and 7 people in a basin, we own this one 100%. So that actually ticks a box when we're in China looking for companies looking for security of supply around lithium. And I believe when we release our exploration target particularly, a lot of people are going to sit up, because the scale of this project here is quite incredible. I guess, and these are just some highlights showing the geophysics and the depth of the basin and the structure of it. The other thing of interest at Chari, in recent times, over the last 4 months, we've been collaborating with Lilac Solutions from California, which is an interesting company that has a direct extraction method of taking the lithium from the brines. Now, we've all seen what's going on in the Atacama, where there's issues around water and the water usage with the mining there, not only just in lithium but also in the copper. Here we are able to extract the lithium using the Lilac patented technology, and they have had outstanding results where they can extract up to 95% of the lithium in 2 hours using their technology, which is an ion exchange process. We're very keen to get our results. We expect to get those out within a month, and we have seen another company recently release some results on their test work, and that was on a very dirty, low-grade brine, and the results were absolutely fantastic. So we're overly optimistic that the results that we'll achieve here will be spectacular, and we look forward to releasing those hopefully within the month of October or very early November. And on a successful results from this program, we would look to very rapidly build a demonstration plant on site in Argentina, so that we can demonstrate that it works at altitude and in a hyper-aeridic environment. Now I'm just going to take you back to another one of our projects. I don't know if I mentioned, we've got 4 projects here in Argentina, so we're quite blessed. We've got 3 brine projects and 1 hard rock project, so we can, and interestingly, it's we've just exercised an option over 70,000 hectares of hard rock areas, and within days of announcing that, we've had 2 very strong expressions of interest from very large corporations looking to get involved. And they, in fact, we have a meeting with one of them over the weekend coming up. So it's interesting to see when we travel the world talking to the potential end users, how much some people are interested in the brines and some are more interested in the hard rock area. This Chari Project is the area that we're mobilising a rig right now. We anticipate drilling there either Sunday or Monday, and we'll commence drilling there. We're going to drill 4 holes there over the next 3 to 4 months. That will give us a proof of concept. When we pegged this ground initially, we went right down the margins of the basin, the faulted margins, because our thesis there was to test similar to oil and gas, we're looking for traps where we've got concentrated brines and increased flow rates. And what's been interesting, these areas are right next door to Lithium America, Orocobre and Advantage Lithium. In fact, there's a photo here I'll show you. That drilling rig there is Advantage Lithium, and it was taken from our lease tenement. So literally a good 7-9 shot away from our lease boundary is where they've been drilling. And in fact, only last week they released 3 more holes, getting grades of up to 700 parts per million lithium with significantly high flow rates, somewhere around 30 litres per second, which is around 15,000 barrels a day, which is perfect for extraction. So the thesis has been proven. We just need to do a proof of concept here, and we're going to drill 4 holes very quickly into this side of the basin. And we have also done geophysics here, so we've demonstrated that the basin flows right into our leases there, which is the green area. Once we've done those holes, we're going to quickly move across to the Chari Project, which sits right alongside. It's the yellow area on the right of that slide. It's a very messy slide, but it just shows the interest and the amount of activity in the basin with Lithium America and Orocobre. The right-hand side yellow blocks there, that's 30 kilometres in length, so the scale again is very large, and we anticipate drilling a lot of holes there because we believe that's right next door to the Orocobre production facility. So we're very, very fortunate with the areas we've been able to acquire. And the reason for that was that we were there early, and we were there before the rush actually started in Argentina. So I'm just going to flick through here to some, the pending news flow that's coming out. As I said, we've got these pegmatite areas as well, and outcropping 10, 20 metres in the air, very large, 70,000 hectares, and a lot of interest in that already. And we've done very, very little work on that, and we'll be doing a fair bit more work towards the end of the year and into the early part of next year. Just our board, Steve Prominence, he was the head of the project generation team for Rio Tinto, and prior to that Western Mining in South America. He speaks and reads Spanish fluently. He presents in Argentina in Spanish. He has a great network of people having worked there over 20 years in South America. Same with Nick Lindsay, who again, very, very good process engineer and highly competent, lives 6 months of the year in Chile and 6 months in Perth, so he has very great connections there as well. So we've got a very strong team on the board. I've been in the financial markets for 30 odd years. I know I don't look that old, but it's true. And in Argentina we have a team of 35 guys, ranging from old grey-haired guys like me through to some very young and enthusiastic people. So we've got a fantastic team of 35 guys working hard to bring all 4 of these projects into fruition. So the news flow we're expecting, as I say earlier, we'll come out with a resource estimate, exploration target and our initial resource at Chari this month. We hope to have results from Lilac, and then we'll be drilling at Olaroz Chari right alongside Advantage Lithium and Lithium America, and we will have drilling results from that project by the end of the month as well. So I'd like to thank you for your attention. There's some booklets at the door with this presentation on it and a bit more information if you'd like to get one of those on the way out. Thank you very much for your attention.